Okay, so week 5 of the English Premier League is upon us, and we have a few tasty fixtures tomorrow, and here's what I think is going to happen. First, Liverpool at home to Everton, the Merseyside derby. That game is going to be one hell of a game, but I think Liverpool is going to edge the game. 6 wins in a row for Liverpool. Burnley, Nottingham Forest. I think that game is going to go to Burnley because Nottingham Forest is just in a mess right now, and with the firing of Nuno Espirito Santo, was a terrible decision. I think Nottingham Forest is going to suffer really bad. Brighton, Tottenham, they really got lucky in the midweek in the Champions League. Now going up against Brighton side that's really strong at home. That game's going to be won by Brighton. West Ham plays Crystal Palace at home. Even though they weren't able to score at home against Sunderland, I think they'll be itching for a good result. But West Ham is also West Ham has to produce a result in this game. They have to do something. Otherwise, Graham Potter is probably going to have to be fired. I think this game has a draw written all over it. Probably going to end in a draw. Wolves, Leeds. Leeds is not very good away from home. Wolves is also not a very formidable side, so I think that game is going to be a draw. Then we have Manchester United, Chelsea. Chelsea just falling to Bayern in the Champions League. Up at Old Trafford, United is going to put up a very good fight like we always do at Old Trafford, and I think this game has a draw written all over it, barring any mistakes by Manchester United players, which Cole Palmer will definitely punish. I think that game is going to end in a draw. Fulham, Brentford. Fulham is very strong at home. Brentford, they got lucky last time tying with Chelsea, so this game I think is going to be going in Fulham's favor. Fulham's going to get a win. Sunderland, Aston Villa. Aston Villa is the only team in the English Premier League so far to not be able to score a single goal, and I don't think anything's going to change with this game because Sunderland at the Stadium of Light, pretty formidable. Aston Villa's Wolves are going to continue. Unai Emery might get fired after this game. I think Sunderland's going to edge this game by a very slight margin. Bournemouth, Newcastle. Newcastle with the talk of the midweek, Thursday actually, with Marcus Rashford spoiling the Toon party. Now going away to Bournemouth, that's a very difficult place to go because Bournemouth score freely at home. This game is going to be very tough for Newcastle given their very hard-fought game that they lost. Unfortunately, this game is going to go to Bournemouth. And the last game, which is the flagship game of the weekend, Arsenal, Man City. This game is going to be very tough. Arsenal playing at home are very strong. They have one of the strongest defenses in Europe, but Man City also boasts one of the best attacks in all of Europe. With Erling Haaland completely on fire, Phil Foden on fire. I think the game is going to be very tight, likely going to be a draw, but I think Manchester City is just going to edge this game because Manchester City is more desperate for the result. Arsenal has had 3 wins out of 4. I think Manchester City just has too much firepower up front, and that's going to be the difference.